need a microphone. Man.
Yeah, you can just grab one.
Can you grab it?
Yeah, just take this. This is on my personal.
Oh,
yeah, this is on my own personal.
This shit?
So it can get real raunchy over here.
How far?
It goes far.
Oh, I'll come over here. Got my water.
Just chill. Just like I'm really just testing this.
Yeah, I know.
For anybody that wants to know what's going on and why we're doing this, we are testing this system just to see how YouTube works with the live stuff, because we've never been live on YouTube. So yeah, we're chilling. There's nobody here. I think I'm gonna go live for like probably 10 to 15 minutes just to test it out, see what it looks like. It looks great though. It looks great. Let's see if anybody tune in and come kick it with us. How you guys like the show? It was good, right?
I thought it turned out a lot better than what I was expecting.
What up, Stone Father? You thought it was what?
The show was a lot better than what I thought it would, than what I was expecting.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The last 10 minutes of that, I had to take the massive piss, and dude, the more after I stop crying or whatever, I immediately my body was like, oh, you need to piss. So if you look back, I was no longer laughing. I was kind of like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Because
what up, KK? What up, Stone Father? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all chilling? Me and the fellas just kicking it. But go ahead, keep going.
But yeah, I had to take the most massive piss at about the last 10 minutes. So my jokes were more dry, not wet. So but I think it went well. It went very well, fluidly. Even though it's St. Patrick's Day, I'm tired.
Did you mean that when you meant fluidly, as in
fluids? Yes.
Fluids.
Fluids.
Relief.
I can't believe you guys are talking about fluids right now.
Fluids.
Can you Stonefather said we're good, just chilling, doing laundry. Can you hear all of us? Can you hear all the boys?
Are we clear?
Are we clear enough?
Are we clear?
Can you guys hear all of us? I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure this works.
Yeah, making sure that everyone's equal. No one's jumping out at each other. No one's.
Oh, they said they can hear everyone perfectly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sweet.
So that's great. So we're doing something right.
What I find funny though is I took the Joker thing into the Mark Hamill areas because in the middle of that bit I was like, oh wait a minute, freaking Mark Hamill, Star Wars. I'm like, oh yeah, I really wanted to talk about Star Wars. to be honest, as soon as
you wanted to go to Star Wars.
Hardcore. You wanted
Dude,
it's Star Wars.
He was like, let's go to Star Wars.
Let's go.
Because that whole the dev team thing that we were talking about a couple weeks ago, one of which is KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic from Star Wars back in the Xbox One era. It was one of the best Star Wars RPGs. It was like Fable. You can be a good Jedi, a bad Jedi, depending on your actions and the people that you talk to.
I love Fable.
So
Fable was a great game.
It was very tip of the scale no matter what. And it was also Fallout, where you have multiple choices for your actions. So it was very in depth, and they never really went back to it. But they just got out of their a deal from their previous dev to get out of it. It was $500 million or something like that.
Shit.
Really?
To get their own team, to get out of it, because they were in a legal dispute for a while. We didn't even get to touch on that, but that itself was I shared it to a couple of my friends. I'm like, dude, Knights of the Old Republic could come back, and people are like, what the fuck, dude?
It could have.
That is an old ancient classic.
Yeah, for real.
That would change the whole aspect of things. Imagine the graphics nowadays, the way that the skill trees can be nowadays, dude. Knights of the Old Republic 3 would be nasty.
So, if you look at the battlefields, they were so far advanced ahead of their time. You don't know what the hell was going on. That was the first multiplayer map.
One of which, yeah,
that literally held 16 to 20 people.
Super big team.
The Battlefront series, yeah, the originals.
They were so far ahead of their time in gaming. It is ridiculous.
No, it was good. Yo, that Battlefield, that future Battlefield was dope.
And gamings are back then, again, like I'll be the old head that like when Battlefront first came out, that was a very innovative thing to do, like especially with like pod racers or Battlefront stuff, or even when they started doing
I agree with what. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I agree
Who's
with
going
what
on?
Godfather said. Man, if they bring all.
If they redid all those old games, they would make so much money off us old
Facts.
school gamers.
Thank you.
Oh no,
You're welcome, Johnny.
Exactly what I was trying to kind of get at, that like that the back then gaming was like very Wild West. So like
Yeah, very much
Battlefront was kind of like how on 19 or what was it? Not Star Wars Battlefront. What was the other one? 1942 Bad Company or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, Bad Company.
Yeah, Bad Company was
what not
That
not
was
Bad
advanced
Company,
too.
but the what was it?
Battlefield.
Battlefield
Those were
1940
so
something. The game before that, 1940 something.
1942.
That was kind of
That was so far
groundbreaking
advanced.
for the time
I
for
love
massive
Battlefield 1.
Yeah, it was.
for
Battlefield 1 is
battle
really
royale
good.
shit. Yeah, it was.
The World War One Battlefield 1. That was so far advanced ahead of its time, and I'm surprised it didn't get the views or the plays that it should have had. Like, in my opinion, it fell a lot short.
Medal of Honor was coming around the same time.
Yeah,
For PlayStation 3, remember
Yep.
Medal of Honor?
Medal of Honor was
They
taking
were-
over.
MOH?
Well, they were trying to at the time, yeah.
Oh, shit.
At the exact same time, but they kind of failed, obviously. But like what I'm saying is like even with Star Wars Battlefield by itself back then was, you know, kind of the last bastion of like multiplayer. Like you can play it, you can still play with your friends on split screen. Like
Yeah.
split screen nowadays is not the same.
No, it's not. You can play split screen on Call of Duty right now.
You can?
Yeah,
I'm still
you can.
trying to figure that one out.
Nah,
It's a task.
No, you can't play it on the Xbox One. You have to play it on S. Like if you had another controller and you had the S, you can come in my room and just plug in and just play. And it did it for me. I was like, oh shit, I can do split screen. I just put the two controllers together. Like I had the black one connected in my room one time, and I pressed it and it worked. So it works really well. It's so hard to find games these days that are split screen. Stonefather said, I agree with that. It's a lot of games that don't do it.
It was different back then.
Yeah.
It was
Even
a
the
different way of
games were
playing.
different too, because I wanted to bring up Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead was so
Like,
great.
that game
Classic.
was so freaking awesome. And you got the system that they have now, the Back 4 Blood series or whatever, but it's not like Left 4 Dead, man.
No, it's not like Left 4 Dead. It's close. It's like a great representation of what that series brought to the table, but it's not like Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead had a whole different vibe to it, man. Being stuck on that fucking huge ass hotel room and have to fight your way down to try to escape, that shit sucked.
Hospital, bro.
The hospital sucked.
The hospital is the one that freaked me out, like in the first one, because you had the witch, you had the tank, and then you had the hunter. And they're all chasing after you through this hospital. So one moment you're running away from the hunter, then you're getting grabbed by that guy with the long zombie tongue that drives you away from his squad. Like
they can grab you from like the other side of the room and just grab you
far away. So 1 minute you're there, next minute you're not, and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
well, I think it was great that
great gameplay.
That Left 4 Dead still has their server still up. They still have that.
They do.
They still have their server still up. The Stonefather says back in the day, it was all about couch co-op to bring people together. Now it's play by yourself and get people talking mad trash, worse than the OG MW2 or 3 lobbies.
Yo, for real though, they all do that shit.
Yep.
And it's weird because it's like the older I get, it's either I'm growing up or I just think everyone's a kid. That I've been.
Can I talk about that? Can I tell you something about that? 85% of the time, you hear a kid gaming, and it sounds like the kid is too intelligent. It's someone using a voice changer now. It's somebody trolling you streaming, using a voice changer to act like a kid to make you feel like you're perverted for talking about the things you talk about with a kid. There are multiple reels. There are multiple people acting like they're kids, and they record themselves doing it. And they put themselves in these lobbies and talk shit like a kid. Like it was one kid, he has a VR Among Us thing, and he's like acting like a kid. You can hear his voice as he talks. His voice changes into a little kid, and he's basically entrapping these people into saying things they don't want to say, as they would to a normal kid or their own kids, and it's like kind of fucked up.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, it's
kind of fucked. It's
fucked.
Fucked.
Like, I don't know if it's bad trying to pretend to be like that's bad in my eyes regardless. Like I'm a grown ass man. I'm not trying to be a 12-year-old kid.
Remember that fourth wall thing? Remember that fourth wall thing that I was talking about?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's kind of like the idea. Yes, it is entrapment, but it's also.
But if you're a pedo, bro, like good for you. You caught a pedo. You know?
Like exactly,
so
because they do
double.
exist out there way worse than like in like real life. Like there's people that prey on that shit.
Kids are playing games now, and I see it all the time. And they have technology that they shouldn't be allowed to have because they don't know how to use it properly.
Well, I know, yeah.
And they're playing games that's way too advanced for them.
So like it's a double-edged sword because yes, there's people that do that,
and there's actually kids on there too. So it makes it even more scary.
There's people out there that do it on purpose to catch these people.
Yeah, but man, if I'm trying to go on and game and stream and make my bread being a streamer and whatnot, and I have this punk ass dude coming in acting like a kid. And trying to throw me off into a breaking point. Like most of the time, if I hear a kid's voice, I'll play the game out. Like I'll mute my mic and I'll play the game out quietly, and then I just leave the match.
That's what any normal person would do.
Like it's weird. I can't.
Well, yeah, I don't even bother. Like, why even bother?
Even when you're a streamer and you're doing your thing, and this dude's trying to troll you. It's just weird to me.
You know what I do? I treat them like kids. I say, shut up. Where your mama at? That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because if you want to act like a kid, I'm gonna treat you like a kid.
Exactly.
Like I'm a grown man. So like I don't care what. I'm here to enjoy and play a game and stream. We all made money off streaming. We all made money off this type of content creation, using video games as a catalyst to connect people and grow. We've all done this. When people try to use, because I'm in the most trolliest game of all, GTA, and you want to troll somebody, troll yourself in there, try to control yourself in there. But these fake kid gamers, what I do is I belittle them and treat them like kids. I don't belittle them. I treat them like they little. You want to act like that? You gonna act like where your mama at? You eat spaghetti tonight? You eating your vegetables? You can't be saying that word. I bet your mama won't. Let me call your mama and tell you won't say that word. And I treat them like I do. And they get confused. They leave the party or they get mad at me, sending me a message like, yo, don't be acting like that on my stream. I've had someone do that. They hit me up on personally on Call of Duty and tell me, yo, I was streaming. Like, oh, don't do that on my stream. You
shouldn't be acting like you're a grown adult. Then you shouldn't be acting like that because
they do it for streams. They do it for streams. Stonefather say, "Yeah."
So therein lies the next area.
Treat them like they little.
Therein lies the next area of like what's content.
I turn them into content.
You know, like it's now just anything to make content, whether it's good or bad. People are just doing it to do it, and there's just no cap to it anymore. We're at a pinnacle peak of content creating where it's just forever perpetuating, and not even like justifying either which way if it's good or bad, but like the voice changing stuff, the whole like production with each person that's streaming or whatever. It's becoming like everyone has their own broadcast signal and everyone's becoming their own entity type of thing. So there's content of many different areas that are just straight like I don't agree with it, but like that's what they do. Like anything without even naming names, but just like there's just certain like YouTubers or certain content creators, influencers that are just doing it now because they've cemented doing something stupid off of a reel. And now you can get like famous off of a 1-2 video type of thing, and then
I
like,
did
oh,
not hit there.
and now you have to like stick with it because it's like, oh, it's making me money now, I gotta do it.
Because that's what everybody
So it's just
wants. So it's a catch-22.
To be creative fully means to be genuine with whatever your art is, not to be like, oh man, I got to do this because of this. Like, and now it's all blurred. It's all over the place. That's my opinion. I don't fucking know.
I know. I agree with that, Axel. I totally agree with that. It's saturated with people who are not putting on the right content. Now, you know what the people I do like, the streamers I do like. I like the Atochu video game Super Mario streamers. People like that are teaching people about the game and try to beat a certain level, having fun with their people. And if you do make kid content, to keep it kosher, like Gracie's Corner is really good for what they do. And I've seen a lot of the I don't know if you guys seen these new people. They're called like AI streamers, but they're like created by people, and the AI responds to the human interaction on the comments. So the AI reads the comments. It's like some weird name for it, like virtual streamer or something. I got the program that you can create. I know how to create one. So I can basically create a virtual AI version of whoever I want and make it be a streamer and personality on Twitch. Like I can make an email for it, an LLC for it. And Timothy Thorpe could be running it and nobody would ever know. But they keep the content kosher. You know what I mean? They sing songs, karaoke, they interact with kids, teach kids ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. And then they have adult versions of it too. Don't get it twisted. So it goes both ways. So it's about using this technology correctly and putting it in the right stance. I think we're 15 minutes in. I just wanted to test this stream out. Fellas, we could definitely use this for content. The little conversation we did have about it was good. I think everyone had a good time.
After the shit.
You know what I mean? After the shits. Liquidating. This man is crazy. So yeah, man, we the 4 shits. I got my man Axel to the left of me, and I got my brother Johnny motherfucking Ghost to the right of me, bro. And we are the 4 shits. We talk about the crap you don't want to talk about. So we'll see y'all later. Let's get that stream in. Y'all be safe. We out. Stay tuned. That's good.